Hey guys, it's Rush, hope you're all doing well, welcome back to the channel. This video today is an update on the BETOP C3 FIGHTPAD. The original review is on the channel. To see that video, check the pinned comment in the comment section. There'll be a link to that original review. So I've had this pad now for about 6-7 months and I can give more detailed information about the controller, its condition, some of the pros, some of the cons. So the first thing I want to discuss is the condition of the pad after 6 to 7 months use. So all the buttons feel exactly the same. There's been no change, no wobble in any of the buttons. The D-pad as well feels super solid. There's no wobble, no shake. That was something that we saw in the old Hori Fighting Commander. This would lead to missed inputs and difficulty getting your moves. So it was really annoying when the D-pad would become wobbly on those Hori Fight pads. So you had to replace them. You had to buy a new one. If you're playing pretty much every other day, you'd have to buy a new one between 6 to 9 months. But I can say that I've had no problems with this control pad from a condition perspective. This pad has been put through its paces with Street Fighter 6 and yeah, it's still going strong. I have no complaints from a condition perspective. So because the pad feels like new, my inputs feel as clean as they did the day I had the pad. I have no issues with inputs on this pad at all. So tricky combos, things that demand good execution, I don't have an issue with due to the pad at all. The pad is good. However, there are some negatives, one in particular which is significant and I didn't stumble across this in the original video. Major negative I've noticed with this pad is if you are using a 6-button layout and you're using shoulder buttons that are together, so I use RB and RT, these buttons are very, very close and they're also very small. So what I noticed is playing Street Fighter 5 and Street Fighter 6 is if I want to go for, say, a move that requires 3 kicks, I have 3 kicks mapped here, 3 punches mapped there. If I accidentally slip and press them together, I will get a taunt in game. So if I am pressing these 2 buttons at the same time, I can't blame the controller. That is my execution that's poor. But the controller doesn't help the scenario. It actually makes it a very common scenario. This is the old Hori Fight Pad. This is the Nintendo Switch version. Look at the shoulders. Your RB and RT are huge and there is a significant space between the two. So you won't accidentally press both of these unless you're really, really bad with your inputs. It's very hard to press them both at the same time. This pad is fantastic and I've always said it's fantastic. I think the shape is better than the BETOP as well, but the D-pad does let this pad down. The D-pad doesn't feel as good as the BETOP in my opinion, and also this will begin to wobble and move over time, and that's where this pad really lets itself down. All the 6-button fight pads that have come out after the BETOP just seem to have something significantly bad with them, whether it's bad buttons, bad D-pads, the D-pads break. This one is still king in my opinion and I strongly recommend it. As mentioned, this is the main negative, the shoulder buttons being so close, but I don't think it's a deal breaker. I still rate this pad. If I rate this pad over the old Hori Fighting Commander, then that means this pad is really good. So if you've got the BETOP, I hope you're enjoying it. If you haven't got it, I still strongly recommend it. It's a great pad. That's the video guys. Any questions, any queries, give me a shout and I'll catch you in a future video. Take care.